Today's episode is brought to you by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Emma Stein with today's Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. More than 2 years after the start of the pandemic, some nonprofit hospital systems in Metro Detroit are facing a new challenge. In addition to the triple-demic, they're dealing with budgets awash in red ink. Systems including Henry Ford Health and the legacy Beaumont hospitals show negative operating margins and millions in losses in their latest financial reports. Other systems with a large local presence, including Ascension Michigan and Trinity Health, have reported significant overall losses. Hospital industry insiders have several main reasons for the ailing balance sheets, including much higher workforce costs since the pandemic arrived, including from outside staffing agencies, lower patient volumes that have yet to return to pre-COVID numbers, and more expensive supplies, primarily due to the recent inflation.
I'm Paul Egan reporting for the Detroit Free Press. When Governor Gretchen Whitmer starts her second term on January 1st, the Democratic governor of Michigan will find her party in control of both the House and the Senate. No Democratic governor has been in that enviable position for 40 years. Former Governor Jim Blanchard enjoyed majorities in both chambers of the legislature in 1983, but it only lasted about 1 year. 2 Democratic senators were recalled by voters after they okayed an income tax hike, and control of the Senate shifted back to the Republicans. Blanchard and others say the situation Whitmer faces is vastly different from the one he had to grapple with. Blanchard had a huge deficit and double-digit unemployment to deal with. Whitmer enjoys a multi-billion-dollar budget surplus and a still solid economy. Plus, it's much more difficult to recall lawmakers today than it was in Blanchard's time.
This is Neeraj Warikoo of the Detroit Free Press with some news about another controversy involving LGBTQ books in Michigan. In the Detroit enclave of Hamtramck, the superintendent of its public school system said their district will create a new books review process involving parents after concerns were raised about certain books with gay characters. The move came after protesters packed the Hamtramck Schools Board meeting last week, raising objections to LGBTQ books they allege are too sexually explicit for children. Some of the protesters at the Hamtramck meeting were the same ones who have been protesting against Dearborn Public Schools over the same issue. Last month, protesters shut down a schools board meeting in Dearborn, drawing national attention and becoming a campaign issue in the race for governor and attorney general, as Republicans spoke out in favor of the protesters. Opponents of the book say they contradict the religious beliefs of the sizable Muslim population in both cities. In Hamtramck, there has also been some opposition to raising LGBTQ pride flags on city property. The superintendent for Hamtramck Public Schools said the claims of the protesters about explicit books being introduced was inaccurate, but he added that the district will create a new process to review books to be more inclusive of parental concerns.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. Dan Campbell's optimism for the Lions after losses had Lion fans believing that this team was close when coming up short in games. However, after back-to-back stands in back-to-back games against division rivals, that optimism may be paying off. It was a good team win, Campbell said on Monday. Fourth quarter, we did what we had to do to win the game, and guys played hard. Not only do the back-to-back wins give the Lions a 2-game winning streak, but for the first time since 2020, the Lions picked up a road victory. The Lions will look to get 3 straight wins and 2 in a row on the road when they face the New York Giants on Sunday at MetLife Stadium starting at 1 p.m.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. I'll see you tomorrow.